Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a love reading, a coffee cup reading for collective energies, and of course I'm going to focus on each zodiac sign. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you are guided to watch this video is when you needed or you had to hear those messages. I hope that everyone is doing well. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel. Those of you who have been with me for a while, and of course, if this is the first time you just spotted on this video and you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. I hope that you like the kind of work that I do. And if that's the case, please subscribe. And if you're interested, there are more videos that you can find in the playlist tab. If you are interested in a private reading, you can find my contact in the About tab in my channel. And thank you to those who reached out for private reading. Specifically, thanks to all of them for their patience. So let's start the reading. My intention is to get a collective uh, energy reading on love and romance that I was guided to do it today. And then, as I mentioned, we'll focus on each sign. I will see what is coming. With that intention, let's start the reading and see what kind of messages we're gonna receive. I'll start probably with the cup and see what we can see here. Well, definitely some of you, I'm just seeing it, but I will get to the plate later. Let's look at the cup. This face-to-face conversation, which is happening right now, for some of you, I see it is a soulmate that just look at these two people on a table and their foreheads, they stick their whole foreheads together, and this divine energy. Some of you will find or have found your divine person, your soulmate. Um, there might be even a contract. Um, but I can tell you that this is a very, very positive energy for some of you. You might meet in a coffee shop, somewhere that you're sitting in a little table and you are, but I feel like that is a long distance relationship. Someone needs to leave. Maybe someone needs to go somewhere because I see that there is some kind of farewell, short term farewell involved, and maybe you can't be together right now, but you have found each other, you have found your soulmate. This is the person you want to be together, but I see a little bit of glitch right there because of a problem. Like it can be a work related, it could be distance, it could be country, lifestyle, something that you guys have to take care of it before you can be together, but you will be together. Look at it. And some of you, you're even planning and you're talking about your being together and your unionship. It's going to happen definitely, but I see a brief farewell that someone needs to leave for a short time, or maybe you found each other on a trip where when you were on a trip and then now you have to get back home, of course, and then maybe you will be in a relationship together. You might have either cried. I see some tears here, but in the end, I feel a very, very good energy. This is temporary. The sadness is temporary. There is a short term um, you guys have to go back to your home and sort things out and come back. That's what I feel. So there might be a little bit of disruption, but in the end I feel like you have found each other again. I see that the continuous of the energy. I see you guys look at the globe that is between you. When you come back to your home and that person is on the other side of the globe, probably you will be chatting, you'll be discussing things together, you'll be planning. And there's something in the past that one of you has to go through and get rid of or sort out. There might be a commitment, there might be a work situation that someone is, or maybe there is a commitment that they have to stay somewhere. I kind of feel, because I see airplanes, there might be someone who's a pilot, or they need to go somewhere that, I don't know, they go on missions, or they have a job in the government that they have to take trips or fly away or something like that. So, or maybe you have that kind of or there's another commitment that, or studies that you have to still commit and you have to be physically somewhere else. But this is a start of a very beautiful romantic situation. Some of you, I can see the distance is not that far. You are physically in the same place, but there's a little bit of distance. Maybe you haven't got closer that much to be like in love and show the love and be um, officially together, I see that you are starting to break the walls to get closer and trust each other. But it's going to happen a little bit by time. Take it slow. I see definitely there is a beautiful bait here that's coming for you, and the bait is right now under the water. So you have to be patient. Definitely, this is something that is worth it, and you can get a lot out of it. But you have to be a little bit more patient. Let things go with the flow. I see a full moon is going to bring a lot of clarity or a lot of release from the past. If one of you has to release the past and get some things from the past sorted, it's going to happen by a full moon, very close. Maybe this coming full moon, whenever you're watching, that might bring a lot of clarity for you, a lot of paging, or maybe your person is going to go through clarity. They're going to get ready, they're going to page, they're going to put the future, the past in the past, and they might even come with an offer or something new, or even an explosion, clarity. Someone comes clean with their feelings. I see writing is definitely between you guys. Maybe you're texting each other, or I don't know if someone might write an actual mail letters and mail them. But I definitely see you writing together, and you're just one of you is very putting a lot of thoughts in how they put the sentence together. One of you definitely can move from where they are. They're very much stable. Either they have some I don't know, like their life is stable somewhere, they can move. The other person has to deal with the move, and at this time there needs to be some time for them to get their things together and be ready for the move. But again, there is definitely the move. You guys are gonna go back and forth. Look at this ship. Your guys are gonna go back and forth to see each other. I'm not going to say you're going to take a ship or you're going to cruise. You are going to do long distance travel. I see them. If one of you is like, as I said, you're a pilot or someone who goes on missions, again, I see back and forth trips, which actually will bring you joy. So don't take it as like, I feel like you might be upset when it's a goodbye day. You have to say farewell, but just look at the positive basically point, because after each farewell, you will see each other again, and there is going to be, so just one of you, both of you are just paying so much attention, and you put too much energy on the fact that, oh, it's temporary, and after a week, 2 weeks, 10 days, we're going to say goodbye, and this is like why we're not together. Don't do that. Enjoy the moment for both of you. It can actually be an adventure. It can be an adventure in your life at this phase that you are traveling and you're seeing each other. It might not be perfect, but it's one part of your life, one chapter that might not repeat again, and this is not going to go forever. So the reading is telling me to let you know that just make most of it and be happy and plan. I see a lot of you are planning. There is definitely a big ring. I think you can see that. Beautiful ring is going to be given to you or going to be purchased. For some of you, it can be from a ring from their family, from the granny or from the grandmother or the past generation who used it. It's going to be given to you. um, some of you might be even pregnant, or you're thinking already about having kids and even planning. As I mentioned in the beginning, you're planning things. Some of you are going very fast, and even you're planning about where you begin having your family, when you install your family, a house, and whens. And then I see definitely that there is going to be gifts back and forth from you to them, and vice versa, and also from your family. I definitely say this is a serious thing. This relationship is going to be and will be formal. Um, Someone might have a child. I also see a child that maybe one of you is worried about that, but I don't see any worry. I feel a strong bond with you, between you guys. The bond I saw here definitely is a divine bond, and nothing can take you apart, because I mean, they just commit to, or you commit to whoever you are, or you commit to whoever they are, with kids, with whatever they have, with however they look, with whenever they can come and be available to you, wherever you end up living together, you're fine with that, and that person is fine with that. Or you should be, because when you are soulmates, you're divine, mm, like partners, so you have to settle to that, and you have to be ready for that actually. Definitely there is going to be a lot of back and forth. I see a lot of trips for you. But I feel again that this might be a little bit hard on you. You might miss them a lot, or they might miss you a lot. I don't see a third party. There might be someone in the past that I see that relationship with them, either for you or for them. Your ex is done, because I see it's a dead, it's a gravestone. It means that the past is past, and I completely and clearly see the gravestone of your past or their past, which is going to happen, and that will lead you guys to start a new future, brand new life together. I see a beautiful rose here, so this is just all beautiful and exciting. So this is going to happen. um there's good news coming. You guys, your feelings towards each other is very pure and honest. As I said, I don't see a third party. And if there is a third party, that is going to put at rest forever, and there won't be any question. As I said, but don't forget, there needs to be some time. You need to give yourself and them sometimes until all these can basically manifest and happen for you. Let's look at the plate. Again, I see a pelican. So again, a very nice spirit here. Very good news is coming. It brings fertility, prosperity, growth, and even migration, immigration, moving. You're getting ready. You might even, some of you, depending on your job or that person's job, you might to live in different places. After some time, you need to relocate again together. So this is going to be something that you will know, and you will get used to it, or you will even enjoy it. For some of you, I see that even oceans are between you guys. Someone definitely lost something in the past. I definitely see a grave that someone is saying goodbye to. That maybe someone lost the loved one, or they just put the past in the past. They put everything in a grave, in a cemetery, and they leave, and that's how they can be ready. And someone is waiting for them. A car is waiting for them to say the proper goodbye and come and start their fresh life. There are mountains where I can see one of you leaves, or you're located somewhere that there are mountains, or you are going to be somewhere that there are mountains. I see letter M for some of you, and letter V. Someone might need to leave their family, and maybe they were dealing with sickness of someone, that they need to put that situation in rest and complete its cycle before they can relocate, before they can come to you and start a new life. Someone, I see Leo, I see an Scorpio for sure here. There is an Scorpio. Look at the tail. Um, Again, the Scorpio person, if you're a Scorpio, you have gone through a lot, and but you now feel like that a chapter is closed, and you're going back to live your life. They're beautiful. I see the Scorpios turning their back from the past, and they're going toward beautiful um, places. That again, I see a lot of birds. There's going to be news. I mean, trust the divine energy, trust the universe to put things. Nothing that is yours is going to be taken away from you, and something which is not yours, no matter what you do, you can't have it. And that's the divine energy that you might need to think about. But I see you will end up in a beautiful, peaceful place. Someone maybe is doing chemistry, or they work in medicine, because I see chemical, chemistry, medicine, medical field. Be careful not to be, something might be stolen from you. Specifically, maybe someone is forgetting the bag of baguettes in a grocery store, any kind of grocery store. Maybe you forget your shopping bag, um, and someone might just take it. Just yeah, you might be a little bit forgetful. And if I see that there might be hungry people or homeless people around, that you might want to help them, they might ask for bread. I just see that for some of you, there's money coming into your life, or your person is having a good advancement in. I mean, they're going to be busy. They're going to have a lot. If they have their own business, they're going to have a lot of customers. Things are going to be nice. And I see that they buy gifts for you eventually when you are finally together. But there is some time involved. You have to be patient. This little thing, they has to grow to a big tree. You cannot expect something without a root to be a big tree and provide calmness, peace, and like shade for you. You have to wait for the tree to get older. I definitely see letter H and number 5. Also see 45 and 55. Again, there's someone that they might need your help. It can be an elderly person, as I said, a homeless person. You might have, like, I don't know, you might have someone who lives, or I don't know, you just see someone in the street, you can help them, or maybe there's a charity that you can help them. And this is here for, I mean, a reason that you might need to take more time to help people who are in need. Some of you are finding a new job, you're relocating, and if you avoid that, if you leave your place and move with this person, you won't have a job. You're worried about what should I do. I see that you can find a job. You're reading the map. Someone is reading the map. I mean, it can be actually reading the map, as like we all do, and it can also be that you're looking at the road map for your life. You're really planning, or if you're not doing, you have to. You're putting some things under the microscope. Sometimes you are magnifying the problems. It's not that problematic that you think, and it's going to be easy. I mean, again, I see that this is a valid concern, that you're thinking about, what about my job if I quit? And obviously, all of this can come into a very nice end if you plan. That's what basically the reading is telling me, that you need to make sure that you are planning well. There is a table that you sit in front of someone. Go prepared, specifically if you're going for an interview. Make sure that you're going prepared and you have you already. I mean, you might be exhausted if you are traveling for a job interview, or to have a face-to-face conversation with someone, maybe their parents, or some important meeting. Make sure you rest and make sure you're in the best shape possible, because I see that someone might be exhausted, or the questions might be exhausting. Um, Someone is coming from a long distance again to visit you. It can be a sibling, a brother, a good friend. You see a lot of, for some of you, I see a lot of paths in front of you. Some of you think that your person has a lot of options, and how come they might come, and what is the guarantee that they're going to choose you, they're going to stay with you? I mean, I see a lot of insecurities, and I think you need to get over that. Some of you have, yourself, you have a lot of options, and you're thinking that, what if I just like wait? And I see some of you are reluctant to go move forward. You're thinking like, let's give it some time, but your person, someone in this relationship, is impatient. The other person wants to go slow. So see where you fall in this scenario, if that applies to you, and don't rush things. And again, these are based on the energies, and you're always responsible for important life decisions. But someone in this between, they definitely want to start fresh, but they really want to page things. They really want to start fresh. They don't want to rush things, because they think that they might do the mistakes. They might make the same mistakes that they've done in the past, and they don't really want to do that. Someone is getting pregnant, or they're already pregnant. This child is going to be very dear to your heart. There's a wish fulfillment, definitely. I see there is a candle is burning in your favor, which is actually very beautiful, and it's going to bring a lot of hope. If you are confused, you will find the right path. There will be some brightness shown to you. There's going to be light shed in the situation. Someone might need in hearing device, hearing aid. It might not be you, but again, I would say this might be for someone older, or maybe someone needs to hear better or listens better. One person, I feel the energy that someone needs to hear this. They are not listening. They are maybe looking and nodding, but they are not listening. This beautiful protection here. I see an olive tree, which is the symbol of wealth and royalty, even, and it's sacred. That's really great. Like I told you, sometimes there are flashes in your mind that I just need to give up. This is not happening this soon. I can't wait anymore. I'm just gonna quit. And why they're not like coming to me, and why things don't move forward? I'm telling you, this thing is a very worthy. Like it's worth it to wait for. It's very valuable. You need to wait for this olive tree to have roots, and then it's look and watch how you'll be happy in your life. Again, you're responsible for your own decision. You can always choose what you want, to leave or to stay. But I see that there's bright future coming here for you. There is bright future. If you are a little bit more patient, you are two trees that have been planted next to each other. You will have your branches hand to hand, and you have beautiful shade and peace. You can be a beautiful place for birds to make their nest, and you can be together. You just have to wait. But if you don't want that, and you want to move along, and you can be patient, this is up to you. But this, I had to tell you that just pay a little bit more, I don't know, attention to the timing of things, and maybe find some distractions for yourself too, because you are going to be united no matter what. That's what I'm seeing. And I see a dog. Maybe in the year of the dog, things are going to be moving very, very fast for you. I think this new year, 2023, is going to be a rabbit year. So just see what is the dog. After, it is going to bring you a lot of jumping. Like I see a jump, which is going, I see a dog, which is jumping and going very fast. So by the year of dog, or your person might be a dog, or you are a dog, like you were born on the year of the dog based on the Chinese calendar. And that person, whoever is a dog, is very impatient and they want to move things fast. But again, I see a united, a divine unity from you guys. And again, it's up to you to take it or leave it. There is a beautiful necklace. This person recognizes you as their partner. Don't turn your back. That's my advice. Be patient, because it seems like, or it shows me that you are turning your back to a crown. You are turning your back to an honor. So it's up to you. Be a little bit more patient. Let the universe do its job. There's a lot of, maybe some of you are buying a land, or if you work on something like properties and stuff like that, spend more time with your job. Look at the beautiful tree. Try to plan. I think I've said it many times, but that's because you need to, I mean, this is being emphasized in the reading, and I need to communicate that with you. uh, Try to have honest conversations and plan together. I even see that you travel together, and maybe you're looking at places. Maybe you're even thinking about where to live. There is a lot of travels, a lot of roads, a lot of road maps, and I like that everywhere I see you, or I see your person, there is a map. So you're going by the map, you're going by the rules, but sometimes you're so tight. This is a beautiful mirror. I don't know if you can see the mirror, but watch your behaviors, watch your feelings, watch yourself, have control, have self control, and try to, again, it's based on whatever you want to decide. It's just the guidance that I'm providing, but you are free to do whatever you want. There is going to be layers, there is going to be stages, chapters that needs to be completed one by one, and doing all of that, you need to be patient. But again, I see this tree has huge roots. Look where it goes. This is beautiful. There's a bird coming. Again, I see long distance travels and moving. As I mentioned, I don't want to repeat myself. Um, that's what I saw for you. So now I'm going to basically um, go ahead and look for each zodiac sign, what is coming, or what do they need to know about love and romance in this reading. So as you know, I just see what each zodiac sign might need to know, or what they need to focus. So we start with Aries. Let's see what is for Aries to find out in their love. Well, Aries, I see you're crying. Maybe you're the person I just talked about. You have recently been crying a little bit, and you're disappointed. Maybe you just said goodbye to them. They have gone. They have disappeared. For some of you, is that you're not in a relationship. Maybe you had a breakup. Maybe you said goodbye to someone. Maybe a relationship ended, something ended, and you're still in sorrow and you're coping. So you are in that stage that you haven't met this your beautiful person yet, and or your soulmate yet. But I told you that someone needs to put the past in the past and put the gravestone on it and say goodbye. Some of you are coping with that. You're still in that time or period that you have to say goodbye to the past. Be calm, be positive, and trust your trust your feelings, and be honest with yourself. If someone has left you and they don't want to be there anymore, let them go. Don't give them a space. There needs to be a space. For some of you, I see that it's just a temporary thing that I just explained throughout the reading for the collective energy, and you are just very heartbroken because they had to go. For some of you, you think there is a third party, or someone that you are suspicious that is, I don't know, somehow bringing problems into a relationship, but I don't see that, to be honest. But it depends on everyone's scenario. I see a money bag. Money is coming. There is a beautiful star in front of you. So whatever you're wishing for, whatever you want, and you're asking the universe to give it to you, they will give it to you, and it's gonna happen definitely. So don't be sad, don't be upset. um, you might be, I don't know, some of you might be into flying, or you fly kites, like I don't know, something is going up high, something is gonna fly. If you have a plan, it's gonna fly. If you want to go to someone to a long distance place and ask them something very beautiful and romantic, or a magnificent and glorious thing is happening out of where you are landed or you're based. Maybe you go on a trip and something extraordinary happen. Maybe you just meet together there and something very good happens. Oh, Taurus, I see a rose for you. I'm sure you can see that. And you are going to propose, or you're going to receive a nice love proposal, or you are probably going to propose to someone. I see that it's a beautiful time for you. You can be romantic. Some of you are really in that period that anything can seem and feel romantic for you. There might be someone in a hospital or somewhere that you might go and bring flowers for them. Your person, you might love flowers, and maybe just give them a single stem of red rose and they'll very much appreciate it. There's a new beginning for you. You are shining. You are getting through a lot of, I don't know, admiration. You might have looked, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're doing something with your looks, your skin, your hair, your body. Maybe you're doing some, I don't know, like skincare routine to make, but I see you're glorious. You are very, very glorious in other people's life, or in other people's eye, or in your patient's eye. They admire you. You might buy a pendant with a rose or something. I definitely see a red rose. Some of you also are you're, how can I say this? You love someone. This is for very, very few people, just 10%. You're secretly in love with someone. You want to tell them. You're thinking about, like, how should I tell them? Should I send them a text? Should I ask them out? Should I buy them a single stem of red rose? So you're struggling to do that. And you feel a little bit lonely in this, but you can get it. Don't worry about that. Gemini, for you, there's a bright thing happening in your life. I see the sparkle of joy and love after a dark side cycle that you have closed. Hopefully, you have closed. You are thinking about a unity, but I think your person, if it's an X, that person, they have their heart somewhere else. And I see a fresh start for you. You're trying to get attention, you are trying to even spend money, buy expensive gifts, buy expensive jewelry, even for yourself to like look a little, like to look more to look better, marvelous, or you're buying it to spoil someone. I see the energy of spoiling someone. You are trying to attract attention, and I don't want to say that, but you are not that there. You can get this their attention, at least for this person. You can get their attention with this technique, because they don't care, or they either already in love with someone else, or they don't really care about the method that you're using to attract their attention. You are spending a lot of money. Maybe also you're talking to many people. You're asking other people to talk to them. And I'm going to warn you, that person that you're trying to gain their attention, they hate it. They don't like it. They don't like that you talk, I don't know, like you call their mom and tell them, or their friends. They hate it. So be careful with your connections. That person might be a little bit more personal and private that you think, and they might freak them out if they find out that you have done that. So be careful. Try to be on the right path. Cancer. Well, I see a little bit of sickness for you, Cancer. Did you do something? I see maybe you have maybe you're sitting more, maybe you're inactive. I hope it's not depression that you're going through for some of you, because I see that you're sitting most of the time. You might be a little bit sleepy. um Maybe you're working night shifts, maybe you injured your leg or your back. I see you're a little bit less mobile for whatever reason. Maybe your love life is stuck. Maybe you're waiting for something to happen. Maybe you're waiting for the next time you meet, or you're just waiting for your parents. Things are a little, sorry, not your parents. Maybe you are. Maybe you're waiting for your partner or for your love to come, and you're just waiting. It hasn't happened. Um, it's a little bit stagnant energy around you, Cancer. Have to be a little bit more patient for some of you, and you need to get or you might have said no to someone and broke their heart, because I see someone, you pushed someone to turn their back to you, or you turned your back to someone. They are heartbroken probably for some of you, and they're upset. um I see that this is a half made flower shape. It's not a complete flower like for Taurus. your love is there and not you are, there's something's going, you're not quite there, Cancer, with your person. Either they are not available, you had a fight, or things are going slow, or there are distractions that you do not like but you are facing. Leo, well, Leo, definitely you're having face-to-face conversation. I see two people in front of each other talking, and I see fire. And you're Leo. You're shining, Leo. Things might go slower again, as for everyone, than you thought, but I see that it's heating up. Be a little bit more patient. Things are heating up. You might be body buddies, or you might be friends that a romance is started or is going to be started between you, and you love it, you appreciate it. That but you don't know, your person want to take it slow. You don't know how quickly you want to approach towards this love. I see some of you are smoking. I see fire. You might go outside and make a little bonfire and warm yourself and have a like quick smoke, like have a cigarette lit. You might talk to other people about this person. I see you have a lot of heat in your heart. Your life has been upside down in a good way. You enjoy their company, but it's still not level that I can say you are romantic and you are experiencing the best romance in your life. You're still in the process time. You're still taking cautious. You want to go slow. You want to be careful. You don't want to disrupt energies, which is good. And I like that you're taking that approach. Virgo, yeah, be careful. You might broke someone's heart, or someone may have broken your heart. Some energies that I see, there might be a quick answer that you gave to someone, or you expect someone to give you a quick answer, and or they did, or you did, and then that was not expected. Maybe you overreacted, and you can put it vice versa if it applies. Maybe you overreacted, or they overreacted. I see a broken glass, a broken window. Someone, or maybe you just discussed it with your parents, or they did. Someone didn't approve this relationship, this whatever it is that you want, this romance, either you, them, your parents, someone is. Someone is trying to talk you or your patient out of this decision. I would say listen to them. In the end, you're making decision. You're open to listen everyone's opinion if you care, and then you can make your decision. And that's how you get guidance. So listen to what others have to tell you, have to offer. Some I see you can get advice from someone who's older. I see a pipe, like an old school pipe, someone who's very knowledgeable. Maybe you need to read more about whatever problem is in your relationship that you need to get over that. So be a little bit more educative, or maybe someone from your, I don't know, like advisor, like parents, a father figure, someone who's a wise man. A wise man can advise you, or you can just be a little bit more wiser and don't react because something happened. You might have been disappointed, but there's definitely something that you can start, and don't get rushed decisions. Libra, things are shaking. Oh, I see a lot of air energy. You might have come out of a storm, or maybe where you live there is now a stormy situation. There might be a fight between you, or you might just had a fight. It could be with the person that you need to leave, or move from where they are. You need to put them behind, put them in the past. You might also, some of you hear something like a news that is like a shock, and they might be disrupting a little bit your plans or your feelings, even I can say. You need to control yourself. You need to be in control. Definitely Libra, and you are the balance sign, so you need to have balance and control. Don't forget to um, keep yourself together. There might be some unbalancing situation, something that you might see as a disruption. You want to balance things, but it could not be as easy as you want or you wish. There again might be an argument, and don't lose it. There might be a windy situation. Some of you are worried that your patient is going to be gone with the wind, or someone is going to take away from you your patient. I told you in the collective section about that, and I feel that this applies to Libra. You are strongly feeling that there's someone else, and maybe there are discussions because of that between you guys. but I didn't see that's the case. I didn't see that to be true. So again, try to be logic about that. Try to make sure that your feelings have a basis, and just don't go by your gut feelings about that, making arguments and making them miserable. But again, in the end, you're the person who makes decision, and if you feel strongly that there's someone, you can find out or do something about it. Scorpio, a lot of chit chat. I think you are the happiest person so far that I saw. You are trying to release yourself. There is a lot of chit chat in your mind. You're thinking about travel. You're thinking about let things go. You have been very busy. You have been drowned, and then you are really drained as well. You can't take it as it is. Like it is either job related, responsibility related. You need a break. You might get an offer from someone who cares for you to go somewhere, maybe short weekend vacation, just where you live or very close by, just to relax. You need to take your mind away from day to day busyness things because it is getting too much. I see that you will free yourself. If you have children, you spend more time with your children, and that will help you. That will give you a little bit of concept into your life, and you see where you want to go. I see you have a lot of offers, maybe, or there's a lot that you have to deal with. And I would suggest before making any solid solution or maybe a solid decision, give yourself a space, empty out your calendar for a little bit, 1 or 2 days, take a break, and then come back and think about things. You might be very overwhelmed, and I just see that you want to be empty, somewhere alone, somewhere in the nature, without anyone disturbing you. You don't want to be disturbed. You don't want to be asked. You don't want to be questioned. Why didn't you? You don't want anyone who is expecting too much. Look how free this person wants to be. But I see that it's going to be happening. I see letter K and I see letter N for you, Scorpio. Um, well, now we go to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you are very much focused on something. Maybe you are very much in focus. You want to make sure you're studying someone, or you are very much focused to either make a decision or you still are analyzing the situation. You are trying to elaborate or you're trying to make sure that whatever you have been told, you're checking things, you're fact checking. I see for some of you. Again, something is given to you or something is happening to you that you're not sure about the value. Like, you know how you take things to a jewelry shop and then you ask them, is this real gold? Is this like 14 karat gold or is it 22 karat gold? Like, you're doubting. Because this is a love reading, I would say you're not sure about someone's feeling and you're investigating. Go with that. Good for you, Sagittarius. But I mean, don't put too much time and don't waste too much. But again, it's you want to maybe take a trip with them. You might want to. There's an offer that you're evaluating. That's what I can say. That's all I can say. But I see that you're doing the right thing. Capricorn. Wow, Capricorn, I see the Three of Swords. Maybe your heart is broken, or at some point you're not right now looking into. I see you're dealing with some problems right now that you're substituting things. You might be delegating things. You might be just putting things on pause, specifically about love and romance, because you have been very busy at work. I see, or family, or the responsibilities that are put in your life on your shoulder that you didn't expect, you didn't want, but you have no choice. You have to go with it, and you have to find solutions. You have to help people. Whatever they have asked you to do, you have to do, and that doesn't give you that free energy of being in love. I see your love energy, or either it can also be that your love life is a little bit mixed with responsibilities. You're not happy that you have to do things, or I don't know. I see a lot of responsibilities that maybe your partner is asking a lot from you, or this is not what you wanted to commit, or they want you to commit to more than you are there. I see Three of Swords here. There's something heavy on your heart as well that bothers you. Hang in there. You are thinking that you want to finish your responsibilities and come to things one at a time, which is actually good. And I see again, I saw it in the collective energy. You have the roadmap in your hand. Most of you do. And if you don't, you have to find it. Make a plan. I think that was the emphasis I had the entire reading for you. make a plan and make sure that you stick to your plan. For Aquarius, definitely you have departed from the past. You are on your way to the new bright future. Many things are calling you from the past. Many people might be begging you for the news, like start, maybe your ex, but you are completely, completely determined that you don't want this and you're moving and you're, I mean, I'm not saying physically. For some of you, maybe physically. For some of you, it's a goodbye and you don't want to go back. You don't want, no matter how much they ring in your ears, they call you, they send messages, they beg you. And if they're a Gemini, I saw that they might even spoil you, buy you gifts. You don't want, you're done and you're toward a new path. You are into a new vibration. You Aquarius are, I feel like you're telling yourself, I need bigger than this. I deserve better. I'm not going to make the same mistakes. And I feel like you don't trust that person anymore, no matter what happened between you. There is a big departure from the past. You have been with this person for a while, and now you feel like you have to give it a big goodbye and kiss it goodbye. For some of you, maybe it's not a person, it's your past or your psychological issues or traumas or uncertainties, insecurities. It doesn't need to be a person. You are putting them in the past and you're living. And I see they're hanging. I mean, they are hanging there and they're coming with you as much as they can. But I feel like you can be very successful putting them aside and start a new path. I can also say that some Aquarius are going on a journey with the big suitcases. I don't know if you are moving out or if you're just going to a long trip, international trip. Very, very good for you. You are gonna shine, Pisces. Look at that bright diamond. I love that. You, number one, the eyes are on you. You are going to get recognized. You're going to get, I don't know if you're eating strawberry right now, some of you, or something about strawberry. Maybe you have strawberry jam in your fridge right now. I see a red, beautiful gemstone, which can relate to heart, to a relate to love, to romance. A beautiful romance is happening in your life. Something that eh, something so focused, and I see that all the energies are combined and coming to you. Like sometimes, how can I say this? Everything, anything that you wanted so far or in the past and you couldn't have it is coming. It's united. Like sometimes people put money together and collect everything and buy a big present for someone. That's what is happening. That's what the universe is doing. The universe is putting all the energies, everything that you wanted and you couldn't have is coming to you. You might be invited to a formal place, ceremony, conference, which is very good. You're going to shine. Someone is going to give you again a rose. I can see that. It's not as perfect as Taurus rose, but it is still very nice. It's very honest. The person who loves you is very honest, but he doubts if you know. For some of you, they don't think they're as good as enough for you. They think that you are such a successful person, maybe a beautiful person. Maybe you have like something specific in your life that they see themselves not good enough. They don't have that courage to come forward and talk to you. You're shining a very beautiful energy, something, a glimpse of happiness, a bubble of happiness, something in a rush comes to you, to your life, love life, that will just surprise you, something you were always expected for. The exact example that I give is that your friends, your people put all the money they have, all your little wishes here and there, everything that you missed on, everything that you wanted and you never had, they all put it together and they buy you that gift that you want, that big, huge gemstone. Very beautiful, Pisces. I love that your energy is so beautiful. So, my dear ones, that was the reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I'm going to close the reading here. I hope that this brings some clarity for you. And until the next time, stay blessed.